Hello, it's Nemesis Nick here. I'm a keen fan of the Eurovision Song Contest. It's time to talk Eurovision. The Icelandic national final for the Eurovision Song Contest 2023, Söngvakeppnin 2023 final took place yesterday evening, 4th of March 2023. I watched Söngvakeppnin 2023 final live online from the UK yesterday evening. As you probably know, 5 finalist songs took part. I watched all 5 preview videos once through in performance order late afternoon yesterday, so I already had some idea of the songs by the time Söngvakeppnin 2023 final began. Based on yesterday evening's live performances alone, here are my points of view on the 5 songs. By the way, I can't speak Icelandic, so please excuse me if I mispronounce any Icelandic artist names. Song 1, Sigur Ósk, Dancing Lonely. It's difficult judging the first song, but this is a pop song with a really catchy chorus. It's ironic that this is titled Dancing Lonely when Sigur had 4 dancers with her on stage yesterday evening. A closer representation of the title would have been Sigur dancing while singing alone, but I don't think that would have looked as good as having 4 accompanying dancers did, on top of which it would have been singing live whilst dancing. It would have been difficult for her to keep her breath whilst dancing and singing. For some reason, Sigur's voice reminds me of Kate Bush, Cyndi Lauper or Tony Basil. Song 2, Bragi, Sometimes the World's Against You. A ballad with a gentle first and second verse and a powerful chorus. Bragi has a good voice and sang well live yesterday evening. I liked the various images on the background screens during the choruses. For some reason, this song reminded me of Tusse voices in the Eurovision Song Contest 2021. Altogether a pleasant ballad, but would Sometimes the World's Against You have been too similar to Tusse voices and or too forgettable or generic or safe for Eurovision? Song 3, Celebs, Doomsday Dancing. An unusual song to say the least because the verses have a spooky feel to them, as does the bridge. The chorus is more like a typical pop, and it's a lively, catchy chorus. During last night's live performance, various patterns appeared on the background screen and that enhanced the song. Undeniably, this was a memorable song out of last night's lineup, but I have my doubts as to whether or not this would have been memorable enough for Eurovision. Song 4, Dilja, Power. Firstly, I'm mystified as to what musical genre this is. Is this a power ballad or some other style of song? Dilja has a beautiful voice and demonstrated her talent to pitch high last night. I'm mystified as to why she lay on the stage floor with her legs bent for the early part of the song. The chorus is powerful and memorable. During last night's performance, the song was enhanced by various patterns on the background screen and the smoke effect on the stage. Presumably, that was a representation of power in the livelier parts of the song. I also noticed the use of strobe lighting at certain points. Again, that was presumably a way of representing power. By the end of the live performance, I guess this would do well. Song 5, Langiselian Skugamir. Okay. Well, to start with, the long introduction and later instrumental sections reminded me of The Shadows. However, The lead singer's voice sounded more like Elvis Presley to me. Considering the title, it's hardly surprising that the giant letters OK were on stage for the live performance. There was plenty of orange in the background last night. I'm curious as to why the band chose that colour. As for the song itself, there were a lot of instances of OK in this song. Whilst this number of instances of OK are easy to remember, whatever language you speak, I think this number makes it too repetitive. The rest of the lyrics are in Icelandic, the only song to contain Icelandic in this final. Undeniably it's a catchy song, but I think this would have been too dated for Eurovision 2023. Those are my views based on last night's Söngvakeppnin 2023 final. Here is my ranking in My Eurovision Scoreboard based on last night's live performances. Bear with me whilst I find it. I'm just about to find my ranking. Right. No, right. Here is my ranking based on last night's live performances in Söngvakeppnin final. Fifth, Langiseli Fifth, Langiseli Oxkugamir. Fourth, Celebs. Third, Brai. Second, Sigur Osk. And first, Dilja. Okay, so those were my views based on last night's Söngvakeppnin 2023 final performances. After sufficient time had been allowed for Icelandic viewers to vote, the voting lines were temporarily closed and the hosts announced which two artists advanced to the super final. No indication was given of the individual jury scores or the televote scores. This afternoon I've looked at Iceland in the Eurovision Song Contest 2023 on Wikipedia, and the results tables for last night's show still say TBA for jury and televote results. Anyway, the two artists which made it to the super final were Dilja Power, Langiseli Oxkugamir OK. Both artists performed their songs again, and of course the lines reopened. After a performance of Give That Wolf a Banana, the lines closed, and after another commercial break, the winner was announced. Again, no indication of the televoting scores were given. They just announced the winner. The winner was Dilja Power. That's hardly surprising considering that was the favourite to win last night. I'd say Power was the most modern of the 5 songs that were performed in last night's final. It's a lively and catchy song, but there's one moment where it gets a bit too screechy for my liking. Yes, even though I put it top of my ranking in my Eurovision Scoreboard, there is that one moment when the screechiness does get a bit too overpowering. Anyway, congratulations to Dilja for winning with Power. She will now represent Iceland at the Eurovision Song Contest 2023 in Liverpool in May. Time will tell whether or not Dilja Power can qualify to the Eurovision Song Contest Grand Final this year. Iceland performs in the first half of the Eurovision Song Contest second semi-final on the 11th of May 2023. The United Kingdom votes in that semi-final, but at the moment it's too early for me to say whether or not I'll want to vote for Iceland that evening. Good luck to our Dilja in the Eurovision Song Contest second semi-final and in the grand final if she gets there. Well done also to Langiseli Skugumir for getting to a super final and to the other 3 artists for getting to last night's Söngvakeppnin 2023 final. All 5 artists which performed last night did well to get to the final after going through the internal pre-selections and one of the semi-finals. Do you think the right 2 songs advanced to the super final, and of those do you think the correct song won Söngvakeppnin 2023 final last night? If not, which song do you feel should have won out of the 5 finalists and why? Alternatively, was there a song eliminated in the semi-finals which you feel should have reached the final and won last night? For your information, I haven't heard any of the songs which were knocked out at the earlier stages. Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you liked this video, remember to hit the like button. And if you're liking all my Eurovision videos, remember to subscribe to my channel. In the meantime, I don't get older, I just level up. Goodbye, da boch, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, adios, arrivederci, do widzenia, do popatrzenia, bless.